mid, you know. I'd rather have a bad position than a bad mid.
Yeah.
At least, like in mid, he has potential to kind of scale into a right clicker in a mid-late game. And we have seen actually Tiny is incredibly tanky.
Yeah.
He just runs into fights
And
just
they
doesn't die.
push incredibly fast. You got Healing Ward, you got Spiderlings, you got minus armor on Shredder. You're gonna get a
5
tree
seconds
grab
remaining.
as well.
A lot of this. Maybe a Solar. Yeah, it's been nerfed a bit, but still you get it.
Radiant team
Fire.
pick.
Yeah.
A Warlock.
Okay.
The Warlock Jug, that lane will never be out-sustained.
Meh lane, right?
You can't kill. It's all about farming.
Usually with Jug, I like some.
10
Kills
seconds
the Jug
remaining.
Why do you think they picked Warlock though?
I honestly think it's just
You may now
because
select
for the
your
first 2
heroes.
weeks we didn't see any Warlock
Storm.
in China or
I
Southeast
have
Asia.
no answer to Storm. The deck crept through to all the way to the last pick.
Yup.
Last
At the same time though, the last time they had Storm against Brood, just the last series, Brood was just providing too much survivability for his team. Storm couldn't kill anyone.
the pipe and the group. In this game though, as a Storm, you have your go-to targets. You have Jug, the Warlock, Fire,
They have an
easy lane. Later on, in that rate. One thing that I need to see, only seen one offlane Brood. You have to see if the lane goes the same and if he gets a couple of early kills, because they matter so much. You get a mech earlier than you normally do, suddenly you're unkillable. What happens if Storm has a good lane? Should have in this game. And Brood doesn't, which shouldn't have, because
I still think the build is going to be the...
Yeah.
I think Mech
Most
Pipe is
likely,
the
yeah.
is the play.
most likely, but this game is all about the timings, and if your items
Yeah.
are like 1-2 minutes later, suddenly you're nowhere nearly as strong.
Let's see if Beacop and Lacoste. This is as good of a Brood game as it was in the previous series.
Even in the previous series, we had some counters to the Brood Mother. It was the exact same matchup. Sven did not end up well for Sven, but I'm putting more faith in this one. You know, Sven, Tidehunter, a good Storm game. I'm liking it. They have a lot of team fight, nothing to stop the Tidehunter from using the Ravage. I'm gonna go with them. I believe that's the Master because I don't see
Prepare
which
for
team
battle.
pick. It is Aster. Okay, I have a.
Okay. Cool. Thank you very much. Game one, Aster.LGD. Big names, big teams, and even bigger heroes. We'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah, you take away heroes away from my screen for a half a second. I'm like, who's playing right now? Golden fish in human body.
You have the memory of a goldfish.
Yeah. For certain stuff, you know, I remember something that happened like 20 years ago in all the details, but because I've been watching Dota for like 15, 16 years, so, you know, when you see something, like, it's just chaotic. So I need to have it in front of me. But yeah, let's focus on this one. So Sven, Ogre, a lot of stuns, you know, a lot of kill potential coming out from this bottom lane. It's gonna be Jinkyu on the Snapfire. Snapfire got a bit nerfed in the C patch. Mana cost got increased on the Little Shredder. Nothing too significant. When it's maxed out, it's 15 mana. I'd say that's like 3 out of 5 in terms of nerf, if 5 is like the biggest nerf ever.
What about the duration?
Duration is 4 out of 5, I'd say.
86
You
is
know,
4 out of
those
5.
2 seconds for pushing the towers, for maintaining that minus armor could be a bit problematic. And also, item got nerfed. Like Solar Crest got nerfed, 10 less attack speed removed. So, you know, item plus this could make a bit of a difference, but Snapfire is still a strong hero.
So we'll have to see if Snapfire feels as strong. XSS on this Tidehunter, that is his signature in my mind. But
For sure. And look at the build.
30
Double
seconds
ring.
to battle.
And I like how he's putting everything to the right side. Probably has OCD, same as I do. You know, things have to be in order, color coordinated. I would put it on the left, you know. It's just me.
hopefully he doesn't have goldfish memory.
No, he doesn't. He ate the goldfish. You know, the Tide Hunter, whenever he levels up, he eats a different sea
The
animal.
battle
He eats a
begins.
different fish.
He's got like a 70% win rate on this hero or something like that. But I remember XSS is also big on like the Bat Rider and everything. But I love seeing him here on the Tide.
Yeah, some of his signature heroes definitely. Bat Rider, Legion Commander, Tide Hunter this time around.
Yeah.
Like the only ability that he needs to care about is pretty much Juggernaut. So like he definitely needs to get one. A lot of magical damage coming out from them in this one. Paired up with the Grimstroke. I love Grimstroke as a position 4 more than 5 because you get a bit of more farm, get a bit more levels, and eventually, if things go well, if you find a Fillet Stone, you could potentially turn the game around with your Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, that is always up there to happen. We see that Philosopher's Stone being a possibility. We see that gold come out onto potentially the Grimstroke, who feels super strong with that axe. Just throw it on the jug, have it going right back at him.
One of the better ones for sure.
Even his shard feels really strong.
Shard got nerfed as well. Level 10 talent also got a bit of a nerf. Let me just check the numbers once again.
Funny right now.
It's not.
Blaze Fury on the XXS. He's getting chased down. Might end up dead. Stroke Fate though slows down Ame to keep
Radiant's
XXS
courier
alive.
has been killed.
However, Burax will lose that courier. Dutch though on to Y. He's trying to survive with the Shadow Word. I don't know if he will. A couple more shots with the Stroke of Fate and one more there from XXS to get the finish on Innocence. So
Yeah, nice. A lot of kill potential also coming up from this lane. Gush level 1 is -4 armor. Grimstroke, if there's a full creep wave, lands on 2 heroes, ton of damage. We go back to the Grimstroke, movement speed bonus reduced when it's maxed out from 18 down to 16% per level. Stun duration rescaled, so 0.2 less when it's maxed out. And level 15 talent, Inkswell, 20% movement speed down to 16. So a bit less movement speed and a bit less stun, but overall Grimstroke feels very strong.
yeah, still a very strong hero. Blaze Fury right on top of XSS once again. The Fatal Bonds on the creeps nearby. They get the kill. Wondering how long Bobica will keep his name as Borax.
Do you think he needs to change it back to Bobica?
No, I like it because it's a tribute to Jerax. So, and he's done this once before. But I do love calling him Bobica. Fire Snap Kugi lands on the Sven Bone, taking a lot of damage. Scatter Blast. Still not enough though to finish off this Sven.
This time around a different build on Broodmother. Starting with Band of Elven Skin. So probably gonna go into power treads, be more right-clicky.
Yeah, we saw Arcane Boots for the last Broodmother. And they were very fast Arcane, too. Atheon right now sitting at 14 and 5. He's level 3. Doing all right in this lane. Sven only 10 and 3. Monet struggling a little bit. Top of the CS is Whiteout. This Storm up against this Tiny, almost doubling his
Yeah,
CS.
I just checked. It's a pretty big difference.
And he might even get the kill here on nothing.
No, he has 7 magic wand charges.
He wants it,
plus model, he's okay. No need to hype it up, B-Cup. I did the math. Must be on this one. Rune will spawn.
You said the math is that great between all of us.
It's not, you know, but I'm just feeling it.
Okay.
I don't have to
That's
like do the exact numbers. I have the numbers in my head. It's just the way I work.
That's fair. Both water runes getting swiped up here by LGD.
Stupendous!
I look over, spotting a stack out. Borax comes in. Do like that staff that Innocence has. He said, hey, just wave with the staff and say, all right, cool.
Yeah, you can
Borax,
give high
appreciate
fives staff.
White Album dealing with 1 sip left on the bottle. Still heavily out CSing, nothing to say. been a really good lane for him so far. Meanwhile, XXS, he's picked up that hood.
He was holding up the 3 rings, cosplaying Sauron. Pretty hard to kill. Like with this hood, they just don't have enough damage. They probably need like Omni slash Blade Fury plus a tiny root to be able to kill him in lane.
On White Album, he's stunned up. Can't get the kill on nothing to say. He'll lose his life. Inksaw was placed on White Album. Never really had a chance to go off though. Good kill there for LGD, especially with the lane that White Album was having.
And it's important that Nothing to Say got the last hit because he was kind of struggling. There is a room for him. Apparently he can pick that one up. He's still level 5, but so is Storm. They're still lurking around the mid lane. They could potentially go one more time before he hits level 6.
Could shut his game down for a little bit. Do you think this is... We've been seeing the Storms go Kaya Orchid. So we've seen switches and builds from player to player. Do you think this is more of a game where the Storm wants Orchid to start, or do you expect us to see Kaya Orchid again?
I don't mind Kaya Orchid here. They don't have many stuns. Like they have tiny Warlock ulti, Snapfire Cookie, that's it. Jin Q picks up the reading hood. That'd be pretty big if White Album managed to get it.
Yeah, but now he's hit with the toss up into the air. Fire Snap Cookie away. Ball Lightning trying to go and get the kill into the Snapfire.
He needs to get
a lot of damage. He has some mana to use that Ball Lightning and avoid the avalanche. Bitterbonds won't get the kill on a White Album. He'll escape with his life.
Unfortunately for him, all his teammates are alive, so no one can TP to the mid lane, refill the bottle. Nothing to say, wrapping around. And using the glyph, he wants to get this Storm. Storm needs to be careful.
Sitting in the trees
Radiant's
now.
middle tower
Tier 1
is
top
under
is taking
attack.
a lot of damage. This catapult, putting it on with Aster, who are pressuring the top Tier 1.
Nothing to say, doing a very good job. Dragging the creep wave back, taking some tower damage, just to keep the catapult alive, wrapping around. Just nicely done by him.
For that blink dagger as early as he can. I think the biggest thing to look at for Faithion, at least, in terms of this Broodmother, is his spider control. That's something we saw from Old 11 that was top-notch. His Spiderling's control positioning felt really strong on that hero.
Yeah, he had a really nice micro. You need to have with the hero. You can't, you know, use the control, shift all other units, control all other units and send it on a hero. Most of the time it can work, but in a professional game you need to be a bit better than that.
Let's see if he can do the spider stat.
Yeah, so he's changing his mind. Bought Band of Elven skin, like he can't upgrade that to anything pretty much at the moment.
Dire's middle
Like he's not
tower
gonna
is
go
under attack.
Yasha, doesn't feel that good on a hero though.
It's damage on nothing to say, but an avalanche right back, that'll keep them at bay. Interesting. So he'll just have +6 action. You Band of Elf. Stack up these Spiderling. He doesn't want to let XS get too close with that Anchor Smash.
That was always the thing with Brood. If you're playing against the counter, you don't necessarily need to send the spiders on him. You can just farm the jungle. Like you farm the lane, you farm the jungle at the same time. So Broodmother will be on top of the network in the next 2-3 minutes for sure. Because she's creep skipping right now, farming the jungle. Like, yeah, Tidehunter is a counter, but if you don't send the spiders on him, he's not gonna get any extra gold.
Yeah. So he's just trying to farm. He's sitting top of the net worth as well with the Brood.
Bounty! I talked, you know, that the stroke can scale. Talked about that Aghanim Scepter. But Borax, he wants to rush. He wants to get Aghanim Scepter after 2 Null Talismans straight away.
Is that maybe a little bit of a bank?
It might be a bit
Top
too
tower
early.
has fallen.
The hero still needs a cast range. I wouldn't mind seeing Aetherlands first.
I was almost thinking, yeah, this is just a being built off the assumption. Avalanche toss with the Fire Snap Cookie kill on Solana. Being built off the assumption that they go and get the Philosopher.
Radiant's
You
bottom
think he's
tower is under attack.
Preemptively, you know, he gave in the call to Ice Frog and gave in, hey, I'm building Ags this game in mind.
when New Philly buffed 80 gold, I did not have it for like 10 or 15 games in a row. Like, it did not spawn. I thought it was buffed for a brief period of time.
White Album losing its courier. By the way, one of the predictions on the Perfect World website we were seeing was, will a trusty shovel drop in this series? Game 1, no shovel. So far, no
Radiant
shovel.
are scanning.
We'll
In the
have to
whole
see game 2.
series, if it's a 3-game series,
Odds are.
probably, most likely, 90%. Tiny has a good timing on a blink dagger. This is 10 blink, almost passed out. Gonna go with an ogre.
He's pretty he's soulbind, nothing to say though. Okay, melee range there. Chaotic Offering comes in and actually soulbinds him to the golem. Will a kill on the ogre. They
Radiant
shot the Chaotic
structures are
Offering.
fortified.
That's
Radiant's
keep nothing to
middle
stay
tower
alive.
is under attack.
This will secure them the mid tower. Mid tower already half HP. Grimstroke has stroke maxed out, so there's going to be a lot of damage. The Killing Ward will keep things alive, and they have
Radiant's
enough
middle
damage
tower
with Warlock
has fallen.
Golem, with the catapult. I love this Warlock Golem cosmetic. Looks like Genie from Aladdin.
Does it? It should be.
Oh, it
given the voice of Robin
also
Williams.
looks like one of the units from Heroes of
Radiant's
Might and
bottom
Magic
tower
3.
is under
I don't know
attack.
if you played it. Don't remember what it is. Played it a long time ago. I think it was just called Genie, maybe.
Came out for the Windows ME, Windows 98. Is that how old of a game it is?
Radiant's
That
bottom tower
game's like
is under attack.
20 plus years old.
Windows XP, maybe? I don't know.
25, maybe even. Yeah, Juggernaut going into Battle Fury.
Dire
We've seen
are scanning.
different builds from Jug. Maelstrom, sometimes S and Y. In the previous series when he was playing against the Shaman, when he was playing against to have that status resistance. This time around, he just wants to be able to farm up. Because Sven, on the other side, he has a built-in Battle Fury. He has that cleave. Mother on top of the network at the moment, as expected. Like, she just takes over the game. Finished it good. Has a full fight, 12 minutes in. Now it's time to strike. Like, they want to invade the jungle. It still didn't take a tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. It's very low HP. We did not see the Ravage yet. But I want to see some pressure coming out. The Brood Mother, she's a hero that deals more damage with the Spiderling, so it makes sense to make them tankier with the pipe.
See when, in fact, Faith Beyond on this Brood will strike. I'm wondering what kind of spider Broodmother is.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm not a spider
Radiant's
expert.
bottom tower
Sure.
has fallen.
They're all disgusting to me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah,
same.
it's a spider. I'm leaving the room if I see them.
Dire's
The
top
problem with the
tower is under
spider
attack.
is not when you see them. The problem is when you like know he's there and then suddenly you don't see him. Like, this is when the problems occur.
So
Because you can take him down, you know. I can 20 spiders, it's no problem.
At the
Like,
same
if I
time?
see them, yeah, at the same time. Even like the big ones, like, what do they gotta do?
like,
And upon me, like, they're not that smart. Like, I could just take them out one by one.
I don't know. I've seen some spiders. They do a little West Side Story, coming at you 20 at a time. When you're a jet, you're a jet, you're a jet all the way. Also, the spiders are sapping. It's getting a little weird. 1K lead here for LGD. Faith Beyond holding on to 1,000 more gold. And Fury picks up for Ame. So he's going to start quickly. He's got the Manta queued up with White Album going Kaya Sun. Going to that Orchid yet. Not going Kaya Orchid. Will so far he's got CP. Avalanche taunts on XS. I don't think he wants to send the Ravage. Universe Kiss is coming in. That won't get the finish though. Success only down to about half health. Don't have the Storm to join them in the moment.
Everyone's super tanky. Like, no one can die at the moment. Both teams feel like very confident, just farming. There is Kaya done on the Storm Spirit. Has Sanj queued up. Wants to be able to tank up. No, not get blown up by Tiny combo.
Snapfire close to the Solar Crest, so still going with that build. Shredder, Solar Crest. Might be nice to take a fight once they have that Solar.
Still a very good item. Like one of the best ones. You know, I talked about like Sanj the other day. Still so good. Solar Crest still up there, even with the nerf from the previous patch. You can the Roach, you can amplify the damage coming up from the Juggernaut, you can use it to gain attack speed on him, and then with the Omni Slash he deals more damage. It's great on Tiny. Just overall, a great pick.
Kill it. Coming off that one. Last series. What bet? But this one feels like he's on the cup, blowing up. All the spiders with the avalanche toss combo. Going Guardian Greaves next on the Brood for the sustain for LG. And over at the Ogre, that's an army of spiders that are coming your way.
Just said some vamps. Oh, there we go.
Would that be XXSE? That's the question. Slap bouncing around behind the Argon gets used. And now the bombs on all four. They're going to go for they've got the avalanche to follow it up. Look over, Platinum, Stormhammer throwing it. I don't know if that's even going to keep alive. The Ogre got the damage from the Fatal Bomb. They attack Borax. They'll get two.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A lot of damage coming out from those Fatal Bonds, Tiny combo. This is... I don't think you take the Roche fight. It's just you used everything pretty much, so you need the reset.
I was wondering if with the Solar Crest they have the minus armor package to get it, but I guess with the short respawns of Aster and still having the Ravage, it's still a bit risky, right?
It would be, yeah, for sure. Tiny going for the scaling after finishing the blink. Goes back to phase boots to have some extra quick speed and the damage, and back Act Saber, which I really love.
Dreamstroke, getting close to that act.
Stroke of Fate is great, like one of the best abilities against the fighters. Like something with the other day, Brood Mother just straight up dies. Like she's full HP, but the more spiders you have means the Stroke of Fate deals damage.
Don't want to get caught standing behind your own sliders. Aim fog, pupils get dropped here. 20 attack speed picked up in the talent there for the Jug.
Radiant are scanning.
Lead for LGD. Gonna say we'll blink back. They've got the blink
Dire's
available.
middle tower
The Tide
is
Hunt.
under attack.
Only one kill for Aster. They're down 5k, but the team fight seems like it could be there. They're waiting for their bubble.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
What is that moment? Exactly. Because Sven, once he gets a BKB, he will gladly fight. Land him in a bit of a trouble. Blink Dagger available in 4 seconds of Tiny, but not gonna chase.
Whereas keeping back Ace, he's still looking to get closer and closer to the Ags. He's 1,200 gold away from it. Guardian Greaves very soon for the Brood Mother. Whiteout.
That's exact.
Leaf has Kaya. No Bloodstone this time around. No Orchid.
I'll take that as tribute.
Sanj done. Tinkiness has some status resistance on top of it. Some, 25%. No, which is
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit, exactly. So that's getting out of the cookie, possibly get out of the Tiny Avalanche. I think it's doable with the status resistance. I think you can get out.
Now that to finish Ame as well. Cooldowns no longer existent. TP towards bottom. A lot of TPs towards bottom. Trying to react here, yet nothing doing just yet for LGD. We're still waiting on that Rabbit, but everything's up for LGD again. So
Yeah, you've got that Ravage. You're fighting in eventually Fatal Bonds, Mortimer's Kisses, Chaotic Offering, Omni Slash. There's a lot here for LGD. They have time to react. All the way through. Got the Avalanche deck. The Ravage with the Avalanche stop for a second. They got the Ravage deck. It's on the wing. They get the Chaotic Offering off. Yes, he can! With the Fatal Bonds! 4X ends up, and Stormhammer thrown to the tummy. Virginia 1-1 so far. Beyond looking for a target. One of his kisses comes out of the top. Sven, who's forced to pop the BKB. XS is trying to take the attention because he knows he's so tanky. Exactly what he's done, but now you've used the Ravage. You've used the strength.
They tried to go in and blow up Warlock. That Glimmer Cape has an Urn of Shadow, so like still super tanky, almost 1500 HP, manages to use the Glimmer Cape, hides underneath the Shadow, and gets Golem off, which is pretty big. They also have Guardian Greaves, they also have Pipe to tank it up. So no real casualties lost there. They also show that they're much stronger at the team fighting right now. Sven had a BKB there to use it defensively to just run away.
I don't need to be careful. To the back line, looking over at 4 racks low. Shred comes in, and will get the kill on the stroke. They look over at Princess. They've got nothing for Firestep. Top of line, they'll take out Stroker. Might have them in XXS. Are able to lose this team. Yeah.
This is gonna
bottom tower
be 2 tower into taking the outpost, and with the next golem they could potentially go inside the road pit. This time around, Ame, he was probably watching the previous series when there was a threat with Orchid. Instead of going for X and Y, you know, gets that Manta style. He can dispel a lot of things in this game, like he can fan easier with the Manta. Ignite is also very annoying to play into. Teams are really valuing the Storm plus Sven combo.
Yeah.
Because we've seen it so far.
3 times?
Yeah, 3 times. And like eventually Storm Spirit will build into Scepter. You pull them together. Like you can use the Swole, Neck, Ravage,
Radiant are
Sven
scanning.
Stun. Like there's so many things they can do with it.
So
Radiant, they're using this
Dire's middle tower
like this is
is
pretty
under
obvious,
attack.
like this type of scan where you just go as 5 and no one's showing map, you use a scan. Enemy team will know something is up.
Ravage. All the way over, they've got the Vortex. The Ravage is yet to cool down for 3 more seconds. They've got the Blade Fury up. Ame. Remember's kisses on people slowing down. Nothing to say with Confers opportunity to blink and get the Avalanche as well as the top. Now he's going to go to the back line. 1. The only two the Avalanche are ready to go in. It's going to be enough to stop the GG. Ame starts to get look at these heroes on Aster. They're going to start to fall apart. Adam, White Owl, Monet. See you later. 3 heroes on. All they lost right now is Ame. They're going to look over at XSS and try to chase. Nothing to say. Blink Dagger available in 5 seconds, but XXS has a Blink Dagger of his own, and he'll find his way into the trees. TP out.
That was a fight without the Warlock Golem. Like you could still see the damage coming out from Warlock with the Fatal Bonds. H2 Broodmother tanking the whole team up with these items. Guardian Greaves, Pipe of Insight now going into AC. We're gonna see that one again. Like they tried to go on Ame, wasn't even close. Like there was no Ravage to follow it up. They needed 1 extra stun.
And now it's up, and he's running. Now they find themselves Ame. Ravage is trying to come out. Finally gets through.
Both supports don't get hit by it in the back lines. Finally they get Ame, but yeah, I mean, there's so many heroes. I had almost eyes on top of it. Like PSG.LGD, they act this game. You know, Juggernaut, I love another Ame thing. Gets to slow them down.
Radiant's middle
Says a
tower
lot of trouble. Look at this 3 circle.
Survives with 100 health. Pushes him away though. Do they go for Roche off just pushing him away? Have no damage. They're going to go for Roche. They're trying to get the first agents. This is tough to combat. Aster. It's going down very quickly with the Solar Fest. Thinking about losing that ball lightning. Maybe he's going to jump in on that. And there's the weak spot. They're going to pull here. LGD no lost innocence. Ignite's being thrown around. XZ still doesn't have a rat to play with for another 20 seconds. They just actually need it. They have a second like
Dark Pole Trent, let's see the damage.
Jug taking a lot of damage. Blade Fury away. Jigsaw might be one they focus on now. But Jigsaw on the low ground, ball waiting all the way to the back. White Album.
He's out of mana.
Out of mana. Jigsaw though out of health.
Exactly. Like, you can see that the Dark Portrait is dealing decent amount of damage at Sirius at the moment, but Aghanim Scepter is not left. The game changer. If something's gonna get back you into the game, like, you can use the Inkswell on it, it's magic immune. Not sure who's gonna focus it down. Possibly it can be Juggernaut, but he doesn't want to waste time trying to kill that illusion. Like those, just a good spellcaster here from PSG.LGD. They use a cookie, then the toss back. Warlock gets the golem off, still dies in the end, but yeah, just overall understanding what their heroes can do.
I'm surprised LGD kind of allowed that to develop for Aster. They had to expect that was around. They knew that they didn't have the Ravage. LGD to come in and think as they focused on the Roche, kind of fell apart.
Nice Hunter pipe done. Everyone just prioritizing the most likely from offlane, depending what hero you play, but the Plague Pipe is strong once again. Broodmother just needs 1,000 gold to finish off the AC. She needs to go in the backlines, try to find Grimstroke, use those fighters. Still, Grimstroke can kill the Stroke of Fate, but to cast animation time could be enough for you to maneuver. Extremely speedy. Yeah. Need to stay, like, my point is that you need to stay away from Sven, you need to stay away from the Tide Hunter, so I'm not gonna bother trying to go for those fighters. It's gonna be easier to execute the combo.
Dire's middle tower
Getting a
is
lot
under
of gold
attack.
off the Stormhammer that off about.
This is big talent. Sven, level 20 plus S of so just a casual 25 AoE armor for everyone for 8 seconds. Great. There's great against Juggernaut's Omni Slash. Elven Tunic
for both sides.
For talent.
There's a study. And the AC, a couple big items here. Daedalus. Wow, that is
a fast Daedalus of Tiny.
A big power spike for all these heroes.
Usually we see Tiny getting a defensive item, you know, going BKB, which should probably be his next item. You're still playing into Sven, Ravage, into Storm. You need to be able to steal damage. If they focus you down, possibility that you go from 100 to 0 is available, but that damage. Imclaw, Daedalus, Tiny's gonna hurt. If he does not get focused, like, he can just them.
Smoked up, beyond showing, so is on him. Oh, Shredder, looking forward from XXS. Got the upheaval from a distance here from line. See if we can get in on this.
Juggernaut!
Ball lightning. Over it for a second, but he gets the Blade Fury off, goes back up for a second. That'll be on for another 10 seconds. Standoff here. 4x.
Radiant's middle
That
tower
Dark
is
Portrait to
falling.
work with. You need to be careful about this, and there's Dark Portrait from Blade Fury away as well.
Everyone's just running away from the Juggernaut. Soulbind used. Stay away from me.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Illusion.
Dire's structures are
No one grabbed
fortified.
that. They have the ward there for a second, so it's Spanadame going onto the high ground. The rest of the team will bail out.
Like, you can focus the
middle
illusion.
tower
The illusion
has fallen.
like deals
Radiant's top tower
150%
is
of the
under attack.
damage and receives 350, so it's quite a lot. Maybe Juggernaut in the end will need to focus it down. Other heroes don't really deal
Radiant
well.
structures are fortified.
It's magic immune, so nothing you can do about it, but Jug with the right clicks might need to focus it to keep the support alive.
Smoke used by Aster. They know that this Aegis has just run down. Got the time to strike. Ball ending Vortex all onto this Warlock. Warlock has the Chaotic Offering, but no chance to get it off. Going Ward not in time. Not that I leave that to the stage then.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't. Quick in and out. Monet just gets a good jump with the Blink Dagger. AC done both teams, so it's like not having AC at all.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
There's
Dire's
armor.
structures are
And
fortified.
I think 25 plus 5 from Assault Curious. That's 30 armor.
33 armor.
Plus, you know,
Dire's top
some
tower
one out
has
from the
fallen.
Solar Crest. That's 36 possibly on someone. Plus their base armor.
Ball getting all the way to face.
Oh, what'd I miss? Wouldn't pop.
I got a little mana, but they're not going to catch. Got strength fuse, by the way, so doing without that for another 45 seconds, maybe giving an opportunity to Ame or to LGD and Ame to push. LGD maybe even seem a little bit scared for the moment. Without that Aegis might be what for the next Roche.
Next Roche, minute and a half. So that's Cheese Aegis Shard. Now let's see what's a good shard here. Juggernaut. Definitely Tiny. Yeah, he definitely needs one to have the tree grabs.
You gonna buy one here before you last out on that BKB?
No, I think he needs the BKB. Definitely should prioritize giving himself a defensive tool in the team fights. Like Sven's shard, it felt really good. Reduces the cooldown by 4 seconds on the Stormhammer, and also you have a Dispel against the Glimmer Caves. 4 staffs, always gonna be good. Nothing to say. He's inside the pit.
A lot of tall rocks.
Radiant's
So
top
he's just in
tower
his
is under attack.
environment.
DD Arcade.
Radiant's
He
top
would
tower
definitely
is
love to
falling.
take it right now.
Oh yeah. They have a thing going. They have one on the snap, so maybe they do smoke up, back up, smoke.
Tiny carries, tiny mids, just love that DD because it increases your base damage by 100% and grow is your base damage. So sitting at the 600 almost at the moment.
266 plus 292. Carry the 1. Yeah, almost. I was gonna try. Some days I'm tired of getting the end.
And then you get it corrected. Okay.
Something like that.
Well, you should be tired more often.
Okay. I will.
Dire are scanning.
Is that a promise? But we still have to work for another like 4 weeks. So I'll keep an eye. I'll keep an eye on this B-Cup.
How do I prove I'm tired? Do I have to yawn more?
No, you're gonna prove me you're tired of being wrong, so you're gonna be right.
Well, I was wrong on my perfect world prediction. Who would take first Roche in this game? It was
Looking for me.
on the edge.
That comes through.
Eleni.
Beyond, they'll get the kill. The Chaotic Offering is going to be committed to this, but they just don't have any follow. So, Dolan gone, and Ame moving. Give an Omni Slash damage on the left. They got it over, and they also get the Grim Stroke, so they'll bop back on the board for it.
No mana on him.
Low, but look at the Tiny. He gets ripped apart by this Sven. Bleed Fury, not enough to finish off exit that. Monet on the run. Overcase once again.
Oh, good
He's not enough.
cat ban. Push him away. 2 buybacks, 1 from Lanham, 1 from nothing to say. Roshan will respawn in 2 seconds, so they need to go in.
Radiant
No
are
golem.
scanning.
Like Tiny needs to pick up something from this Roshan if they want to go in. Radiant using a scan, they know something's cooking.
Generation.
This damage coming out from Sven right now, like supports just melt. JQ trying to build Haven's Halberd.
They kill the mine. They're going to go over to this Tiny. Nothing to say. He just back the forward step, trying to get him away, but the fix is there to pull him back. They got Fire Staff Kuki that stunned up White Armor for a second. They'll toss him up in the air, but they end up losing Tiny. So Tiny gone for 100 seconds. No buyback. This game has really just fallen apart for LGD.
Sven is just massive right now. Like, he goes in, he can pretty much two-shot people when the God Strength is up with the Daedalus. AC getting closer to his level 25. Like, the Bloodlust attack speed just give him so much damage. It gives him the move speed as well, so he can find the backlines more easily. No one wants to go inside big yet. He just hold the time. He does not have a buyback. So Aster should just go in and force it.
Tide going. It has a Satanic going Daedalus next.
She wants to be able to also scale, deals the damage, and another way of dispelling things, which is not that, Kraken Shell is the one that you can rely on since you're tanky enough, but also like using Satanic, right-clicking, and life stealing off your Anchor Smash gives you so much sustain in the team fights.
Especially when you're looking to just link in. Link in the middle, Ravage, Anchor Smash.
Touche.
They found Big Beyond again. He's on top, trying to run with these Spiderlings. Now the Stormhammer comes out, he's going to be dead.
He just completely popping off in this game. He's also going for Satanic, one way to get rid of the minus armor, coming up from the Lil Shredder, coming up from the Solar Crest. Like, you can remove the Fatal Bonds after your BKB is gone. A lot of good stuff, like also getting rid of the slow from Silk and Bola.
Nate picks up Reaver and finishes the Satanic of his own. 1k lead for Aster. Picked up Ame, so he's got that Swift Slash available. Omni's still on cooldown for 95. Shin top. Oh, Nate feels really strong right now.
Let the fun begin.
Not sure how they're going to be able to.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Twice is going to be a big
Radiant
issue.
structures
They
are
have
fortified.
good setup for Ravage with the Storm Scepter. Sven, once he goes in, he also doesn't feel very killable at the moment.
Omni's still on cooldown for a minute, but now they're going to find themselves a Sapphire, ball ending with a Vortex. A few will still slowing these heroes down. However, God's strength and the damage onto the don't care. Avalanche, toss, get found.
Not the hero that you want. They wanted Sven.
They really do want Sven because he's got Ravage. XSS could have blown in, then they could have jumped in. I think luckily for LGD,
Like, Aster was already falling back, but that could have been a disaster. You know, hooking or tossing Tidehunter into your enemy team when he has a Ravage available doesn't seem like the best idea.
could have been a disaster. Not for me, says T-Man.
Yeah. I caught that rhyme. I caught it. You know, that was a good one.
My rhymes. Appreciate it.
You are the rap god, after all.
My God. That's all I've got. Hold on.
I mean, nowadays you can be a rap guy without needing to know how to.
I'm over
I
here.
see that from a lot of rappers.
Yeah. That's not wrong. You just gotta have a good beat.
You just gotta mumble, so people don't understand what you're saying. Like, this guy's good. This is how I should cast. This is how I should start casting.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Like, you don't know what I'm saying. Like, this guy's good. Like, I like his analysis.
Can you give me the analysis in the form of a mumble rapper?
I just did. That was it. Like, I was talking about Dogger, if you didn't realize. Just like how his itemization is really good. He's holding an Illusion Escape. Doesn't have the best Illusion Escape carrier in the game, so it's very easy to bait people. Like, yeah, we're gonna take him down. Also, Grimstroke could potentially take it, and then they'll like go with the Juggernaut Omni, maybe tiny combo. You realize, oh, we messed up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
So 3K
bottom
lead.
tower has fallen.
Bottom tier 1 finally falling. We're gonna go and try and break the back door. It's working.
Dire's
They're getting
bottom
there.
tower is under
He also found the leveler, a bit more armor, not like he needs it, but the 50 attack speed and the bonus building damage is what he's looking for.
Now coming all the way back, dealing with what's pushing in over mid. Definitely feels this game that Brood is kind of falling off.
For sure. Like, she had her timing. They took some good fights, but Sven jumps in. Also, Fabian got caught 2 times at the same spot, died both times. Now they have the Aegis, they have Cheese, and they've also picked up the Shard on a Sven from Roche. So that means that the Dispel mechanic is going to be there against the Glimmer Capes, against the Force Staffs.
Waiting for maybe Aster to feel comfortable to make a move here. Here to defend here with Lana. People behind the tier
Dire's
2.
middle tower is under attack.
Slowing down these creeps, I guess? Sure.
Jug decided to go for Nullifier. I think that's a good idea. Considering the situation, he can dispel Warcry, he can dispel Inkswell, Solar Crest, so many things to dispel on the enemies, like Ghost Scepter on Ogre as well, Bloodlust. Like, this is a great pickup.
So there's got to nothing to say as well as why they'll take out Fabian. All 3 heroes gonna have buyback.
Is under attack.
2 might be next. The game might be next. Ame? The man just stunned again, and now it's the Vortex. Shows the Fabian coming through. Double kill.
Dire's bottom
And this
tower
might be
is under
it.
attack.
Like,
Dies.
they're gonna call it. Yeah. Sven, Monet, great performance on the hero, manages to make a comeback. PSG.LGD never put a lot of pressure with the Broodmother, invade the jungle, but a couple of bad team fights, and suddenly Aster is back on track.
Yeah, and it kind of, I want to say, started to fall apart at like that first Roche point, where that fight didn't exactly go their way. Yes, they got the Aegis, but the fight favored Aster. And they ended up killing Roche and starting to turn it around. Brood didn't feel... was effective there. So it just feels like, I don't know, LGD, they needed to find the finishing move because they never really made it to the high ground.
Yeah,
Dire team ban. PSG.LGD's turn to ban. Dire team ban. PSG.LGD's dire team ban.
It's just
Maybe-
yeah, they just have 2 TI winners. Maybe if they had 3, you know.
Then there's this lower division Season 1 promotion team, RNG. I mean, they might beat them also. This is the woes of being in the strongest region in all of Dota, my friends. You have no guarantees, other than Sparking Arrow Gaming. But other than that, no guarantees.
Hey, even they put up a good fight every now and then.
They did, actually. They got, like, I think 2 of their 3 series went to 3 games.
Yeah, they had
10
some solid
seconds remaining.
performances. I never truly felt like they were gonna take the series.
5
though.
seconds
On a game.
remaining.
Again, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. If they have a nice draft, if they make cards, there's cheese, and have some
Treant Protector.
here in the draft.
LGD is like, wow,
Wow.
I'm gonna take some bonus time here.
Do
about
we
what's
pick
happening.
Beastmaster? Is he still good?
They ignored it completely in the first game.
Yep.
Team Aster actually do not ignore the Brood Mother. They ban it out. They just want to deal with that again. We've seen the 3 and Dark series. Maybe we'll see it here again.
And they banned out Enchantress,
Yeah.
so LGD banned out potentially one of the counters.
If you could go for an Oracle here though if you PSG.LGD.
Just take all your bonus.
Or
Also works.
chill. Because you must be thinking about Phoenix. Scary.
PSG.LGD.
Disruptor.
A hero who gets massively abused by the Dark Seer Treant combo.
Yep, the lane is
Okay.
not fun. Tell you that.
What is with these first picks? Treant first pick, Disruptor first pick. What am I watching here?
That's a new patch, Tsunami. You
It's
have
true,
to
7.29
seconds
C.
Both
remaining.
of those heroes did massively.
Dire
Massively
team
changed.
massively buffed.
If you don't get nerfed, you get buffed.
Well, Puck got nerfed, and
Exactly.
yet still first
If you
phase.
stay the same while everyone else is getting nerfed, technically you're getting a
Fair
buff.
point. It's a fair point.
Puck. Sure, call damage on the break, less, but
10 seconds remaining.
That's pretty
cares?
significant.
sure.
This hero got nerfed like 5
5
matches in a
seconds
row, and
remaining.
we're still saying, sure, you know, but
But
you're
it's
a-
still good.
it's still good. You're a
good.
fuck.
One Chase's Agams is the same.
Yeah, it's
Team
fine.
Legion Commander.
Legion Commander, of course, as expected. Wait, what?
XXS.
Yeah, versus Disruptor pretty good. Versus Puck also solid. The new Shard is so
XXS
good.
was doing work on this in
Yeah.
day 1 of week 3.
Versus
So-
IG.
No.
Yeah, versus IG.
10
They,
seconds remaining.
But okay,
5 seconds
do you
remaining.
treant with Commander now, or do you not play 5?
Either way,
PSG.LGD's
Treant is
turn
lane.
to ban.
Fully right.
Yep.
Legion sounds good on paper.
Yeah, I feel like getting a.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Once and she
Probably
lost.
something that they've seen in this duel against each other. We can't predict too much at the moment, patch, but which changed everything.
It was dramatic. Night and day shift.
But it is really.
Mainly because Beastmaster is no longer in the
exactly.
game.
If Beastmaster is no longer in the
turn
game,
to ban.
predicting everything afterwards becomes a bit difficult.
I feel like we just wait until the first team picks Beastmaster again. He's like, what do
Oh,
you guys
wait.
mean?
It's
I'm not
still
sure.
good.
Yeah. Wait, I have to throw 7 X's now instead of 8?
God
Or rather
forbid.
8 instead of 7? I'm like, alright.
The thing is,
Let me do that.
heroes like Puck
10
literally
seconds
died in
remaining.
one roar. You roar them 3 axes and
5 seconds
it's a
remaining.
bit different now. You do take a little bit more time, which gives teams opportunity to at least manta those stacks off or Lotus them or something. At least you have a chance now. Huskar and Troll. Okay.
Ranged carries being banned out left and right.
Yeah, you're banning out the Troll because of the LC lane, right? It's not really that easy playing to
But
him.
why more? Does LC
More?
Treant, like
Yeah.
LC Treant would abuse more.
PSG.LGD's turn to ban. PSG.LGD's turn to
That
pick.
bad. It's also pretty good
And
versus
why
Shark.
SF? SF is dead hero.
White Album. That's fine. Season
Yeah,
1,
that's
White
true.
Album, SF.
Only against DP though.
Only against DP they picked it. I believe some teams tried it when there is no DP
10
and
seconds remaining.
Because SF is SF.
SF.
Yo,
Dire
how about some
team
Faceless Void for LGD?
Elder Titan.
Why not?
No,
Titan.
they go with Elder Titan. How did you see? It up.
It's still team fight.
It was an obvious pick, man.
It was an obvious pick.
Yeah, but this makes maybe a disruptor on the 4 roll with that full talisman into Aghanims we have seen.
10
No
seconds
talisman
remaining.
in Philosopher's
Yeah, the
Stone.
Philosopher's Stone, that's the
Philosopher's Stone.
core
Yeah,
aspect.
Yeah.
Five
and Elder
seconds
Titan
remaining.
will lane a bit better. It's still not, even for a strong puncher such as Elder Titan, if you're playing in
PSG.LGD.
yeah, you don't outpunch them, even though you're ridiculously strong.
Ah, Leshrac of course. Third pick
Versus Puck mid. Obvious.
again.
Elementary, dear Watson.
Why we have such a hard time pick with the draft? So
10
obvious.
Okay, how about
Seconds remaining.
now? Faceless Void for LGD.
5 seconds remaining.
Sure, why not?
Oh.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team back. ES
Wraith King.
Ten seconds remaining. Dire team back. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds
At
remaining.
least for this patch.
Yeah.
Sure.
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 You heard that?
Sure. Alright, so LGD is still looking for a core. No illusion
LGD's
carries, so
turn to
even if they
ban.
did... Oh, okay, they ban out the Terror Blade, even though I think Legion would have been fine against that. And
you
the
got
Naga
20
Siren.
bonus health, so be careful.
Oh, yeah. All
Dire
that strength,
team
baby.
pick.
Sure.
Sure.
Ban out the Skywrath.
Sure.
Because of
Legion Commander.
Legion, Skyrat, yeah, me and
I still
Skyrat.
think the Lina could be good for them.
Sure, 5 Treant. Sure.
The Legion,
You know,
good lane.
10
Sure.
seconds remaining.
How about something to get you out of all this
PSG.LGD.
team fight?
What?
Like a cookie.
Sure.
Thank you.
sounds great. You called it.
I called it.
It gives you a lot of damage in the duel, in overgrowth as well. Very solid laner. Like, they have these 2 laners that are beasts.
10 seconds remaining.
I like Aster's draft. Looks
What carry is even
ugly.
left?
Like,
5 seconds
Like all the
remaining.
carries are
This
gone.
is a
they're also
rough setup
tall
for-
and huge on Team Master. Like, it's rough to play against them.
Big boys.
If I saw this draft against me in a pub, I'd ask someone to tank the abandon.
Please don't pick.
Ursa? That's not a sure. I wanted sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking. It's a rough Ursa game. They have a lot of kite ability.
If I'm a Monkey King, not banned.
Sure.
Sure.
The Raid King is solid. Zalsish
It's not one of these meta carries anymore. It can still work.
got buffed a bit.
I mean, did he only come back to prominence because the Scepter made him relevant?
Yeah.
That was
And
it?
Battle
Just the
Fury.
Scepter?
Scepter and Battle Fury.
And the
Yeah.
level 30 potential.
Right.
I was like, there was an old lake and it would beat
Monkey King.
Choose your
Good
hero.
call.
They go with
Sure.
the
Sure.
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 The entire draft is so obvious.
It was a surety from the beginning.
It's easy to predict the drafts from top tier teams because you kind of
Know what they want to do.
know
yeah.
what they want to do,
And they know what they want to do.
and they know what they want, and they're precise with their.
Sure.
Yeah, we're on camera, B-Cup, so you better say something smart.
Yeah, okay. I'll try. I got it. Magma's gonna win. Wait. They're not playing this game, sorry.
Let
Guys,
me
put me on the-
give me a second.
put me on the spot.
Just to
10
see.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I like this sustained draft from Team Aster
5
with the
seconds
Legion
remaining.
Commander, the Dispel. We saw what the new Shard can do on top of the Treant Protector. I'm gonna go with them, you know. Even the Monkey King is a good answer to Raid King. He dies, you know, respawns inside the Wukong command. And I'm still gonna go with Aster.
That's everything I told you before we were live on camera. I'm gonna say the same thing. No, it was, I swear.
No, he did. No, he
Hot
really
mics
did.
the entire time. You could have, you know, production could tell you. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the support. I can do that. I think I'm capable of, I think. No, never sure, but always ready. So game number 2, Aster, LGD. See where it goes. LGD, they had something on, you know, that first game. They had something going right, but it kind of fell apart.
Yeah, they had the advantage. They had like 7-8k gold lead in the first game, but it's sometimes what happens when you're playing against Sven. He jumps in, gets a good jump, gets 1-2 crits in a row, and suddenly the game just feels over. If they get a good jump, they had tools to get a good jump in that game. Night Hunter, Storm Spirit with the Aghanim Scepter. A lot of setup for for Sven to be able to go in and deal the damage.
Yeah, so we're trying to see maybe this could go 1-1, but I don't know. I always like to see 3 games. I'm never
for battle.
a 2-0 guy.
And that's a lie. I just caught you in a lie because you said to me when the mics were off that you're really hungry and just want to go home and get some food. No, but this is a top tier Dota. Like, these teams are really strong. Like, you can see the improvement already from like week 1 and what we're having right now. This time around, Jin-Q will be playing Disruptor. He likes to play a bit of a different position force. So he already also knows what he's gonna go for. Getting the Yule Scepter, which is a good way of dispelling the armor from the Treant Protector, also saving people during the Legion's Commander duel, which is okay. Might swap things around, but you know, from what I've noticed, once Jin-Q puts something in the quick buy, that's gonna
30
be it.
seconds
Never
to
gets
battle.
replaced. If it gets replaced, I'm gonna remind you. But yeah, you talk about the unconventional heroes that Jin-Q plays. I think it was a lot more of a wider hero pool back patch or 2 ago. He was playing like Embers and Void Spirits, Monkey Kings, Tusks, like everything. And even Techies he was playing. There was a point in the Dota pits where he was playing Techies so well and
The
so
battle
much
begins.
that it became a first phase ban against LGD.
He's been very innovative. During the first season, when Shaker's Shard was completely broken, like, he thought of a build. It's the first time that I've seen it with the Octarine Core Rush, Shard, Blink Dagger. Same goes for Dark Willow. Like, he is the first one who started to go for the Ether Lance, getting the Octarine Core, lowering the cooldown, getting that level 20 talent with the Bramble Maze, Curse Crown, and just be extra annoying.
Stun landing. Let's say. We'll see how this mid matchup goes.
You shall not.
White Album against Nothing to Say. It's been exciting to watch between these 2 heroes or 2 players. I'd say.
You have an ability to dodge lightning from Lashrak. Like, Lashrak is super strong hero. He has everything. You know, he has that powerful magical damage nukes. He has ability to take the towers. I want to see like 2 points in the lightning storm to be able to harass, but then Puck again can dodge it. Still want to see it. Nice fake pumping that stun on the mid lane. Actually connects.
When you've got a Legion on your team, is it worth getting the shard at some point on Lashrak?
Well, maybe. You mean because they're like locked down for a very long time and then you just repeat the stun?
Yeah. Do it like halfway through the duel if you need it. Stun, stun, stun. Have a forever lockdown if you can get all 3 to hit.
Not a priority. I don't think I've seen it in a professional game yet. Bottom lane, a lot of pressure from these two heroes. They hit level 2 faster, and now they're gonna start playing more aggressively. Why?
Success. Run down by the damage from Y.
Your loyalty will be rewarded.
I'd gladly hit something.
Towards top of this Viper of Faithion. We've seen him play this hero quite a bit. He's got that interesting cosmetic set on it. The turtle Viper.
Looks more like Slyrak from Dota anime than it looks like a Viper, but okay. Looks like a flying Venomancer, I don't know.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's one of those, you know, Mom, can we have a Dragonite? We have Dragonite at home, and Dragonite at home looks like this.
Yeah, it's the Dragonite at home for me. Yeah, I like that set a little bit. I like it because I'm always a fan of like odd sets. That's for sure. Well, right click's coming in on Monet through the Wraithfire blast over onto Faithion. Y just standing in the face of XXS as well as Jin-Q again.
Not so fast.
So, you know, they're having a wolf stun its mid, and nothing to say. Dies for first blood. White Album getting the solo kill.
That should not happen. Like, this is just a misplay. I was watching the bottom lane, but yeah, here comes the tips. They also know that Lashrak should not be able to solo kill the Puck, at least. So that's gonna be a null talisman from Lashrak. Level 5 on top of it.
Fire Snap Cookie lands, but the Boundless Strike is there from Ame to save his ET. And you see what White Album's doing, constantly just feinting this shift, and he successfully 4 or 5 times already. It's been really impressive from White Album.
He knows how to fake those stuns and then land them perfectly, saving a point. I think 2 points in Lightning Storm is enough.
Chase here, another Toxin down, the right click damage on the Latum, and the last Thunderstrike with the right clicks from Faithion are enough to get the kill here onto the Treant. Faithion does get low, but he's A-okay in lane.
He has that urn. A lot of pressure, a lot of overtime damage coming up from these 2 heroes. Thunderstrike is also level 2.
Thunderstrike level 2 we've seen. I could expect maybe the shard to come out for Jin-Q at some point.
Yeah, that's a good shard. Like, use it on Monkey King, give him more attack speed, give him more move speed. Looking at the bottom lane, ton of pressure from Elder Titan. He has 2 points in the Spirit, 200 damage per hit.
Y in trouble. Fire Snap Cookie away. Just a sliver of health, 25 health there. And then Latum going down again to Faithion.
LGD, once again, playing the laning stage really well, except the mid lane. There is a bit of a difference, 10 CS more, 1 kill from White Album, but Lashrak, he is gankable. Puck gets level 6 with the coil, one of the supports rotated, could potentially be a kill.
Yeah, you'll have like Glimpse, Kinetic Field from the Disruptor, your Dream Coil, Thunderstrike, that should be enough damage. They might even need both supports. Borax comes mid, refills White Album's bottle. The White Album looking to land that stun. Oh, almost does it again to him. And nothing to say is just he's really falling for the feints every time. And that's what left the opening for the first blood. That's what left the opening for the kill. There's the coil for level 6, but he's very low on damage. Beyond the one who rotates. They've got breaks the coil and he's dead.
Damage coming out from Fate Beyond, like 3 points in poison attack plus Urn of Shadows. It's a ton of damage. I actually like that he is the one who rotated, and now Lane's pushing into the top. He can come back there and collect the XP.
That leaves Monet open to do what he wants in the top lane. He's actually farming too well. Primal Spring, right clicks on XXS. You almost procking. Or popping. Just a 1k lead for
Radiant's
LGD.
top tower is under attack.
That kill on a White Album really evens up that matchup over mid. I would be curious to see if that's not just what they do again once Nothing to Say does get that Dream Coil available once more. White Album trying to put the pressure on the tier 1. With that Diabolic Edict, they've left the Legion alone bottom. For the most part, Ame's there by himself as well, as Y is just using the pull there.
Yeah, this bottom lane not going well for Team Aster. Monkey King plus ET doing a ton of work, especially ET. 2 points at zoning out 2 heroes, so they need to go on a different side of the map and try to make things possible, make things happen. These heroes are not very good at rotating. Like Snapfire's okay, but they don't have that guaranteed stun. They don't have anyone to just start a fight. Like the way they can initiate is a Flash Rack lands a stun, possible Snapfire cookie, but that's unreliable.
Yeah, it's not really the easiest of jumps for Aster, and it looks like there's some rules here for White Album. Holding the stun, now the Dream Coil comes out, they've got Jinku coming over, Nothing to Say taking a lot of damage with the Pulse Nova, they've also brought over Ame, and it feels that lands. The Strike also thrown over on Borax, a lot of damage coming in for Nothing to Say, who's surviving and leaving with 40 health.
They have Urn of Shadows to throw at him, so he doesn't need to go back. Going into Veil, a lot of magic damage that can be amplified. Like, ET Aura plus Veil is always going to be good. Like, anything from Viper, anything from Puck, just Disruptor. He puts a 3rd point in Thunderstrike, actually. You can do that when you're playing position 4 Disruptor, because you don't rely that much on a Glimpse. But as a position 5, 2 points max, and then you need to max out the Glimpse.
It's like they want to make a move on XXS. But remember, it's just that level 1 Glimpse, so they need to stay by. Thunderstrike, Presby's back kinetic field. They're still holding on to the Glimpse that they put on the XXS. They'll look for the sweep. That will land. However, they'll back away from this.
A tithe to the impurities.
They could have potentially used Glimpse and try to right-click him, but there's no extra slows. Thunderstrike was available. Duel also online, but they need to bring heroes. They need to bring someone who has damage. I don't think Snapfire is enough to get a kill. They need Flash Rack. Flash Rack is a ton of damage. We see Wraith King also farming the jungle. This is going to be a lot slower game from Team Aster because their heroes are not that good early on. They're relying on getting the Radiance on a Wraith King, getting an item on a Lash Rack. So it could be a bit of a slower start for them.
So all the tier 1 neutral items have been collected. No trusty shovel still. Predictions continue.
Jinku, keep his mid, refills the bottle. I believe Borax killed the rune. The 10-minute rune, so nothing spawned. I didn't see what it was. Did not want to put himself in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Gets coiled, dies.
Gives him the rune, feels even worse.
Interesting build coming out from Fate Beyond. Urn, pretty standard stuff. Something that 33 kind of pioneered. And now into Helm of the Dominator. Very interesting. I want to see if that's going to be Helm of the Overlord, Underlord, what's it called? Overlord, yeah. It's a 6,000 gold item, so you need to farm quite a lot.
We were having this conversation walking here today, right?
Yeah, but we were talking about the Jungle Venomancer, which is something Team Secret did. That seems like a meme, but it can actually work. Because it's very hard to invade the triangle Venomancer, like if you know how, you don't get hit by the Ancients, you don't get hit by the creeps,
Dire's
and
middle tower is under attack.
you get it on a farm. Glimpse back.
And they've got the glimpse, they'll have the right click damage as well as the kinetic shield. Fire Snap Cookie, is it enough? No. He'll die to the poison from that poison attack of Faith Beyond. So if you wanted to go Helm of the
Dire's
Overlord,
middle tower is under
need
attack.
a lot more gold. Obviously, 6,000 gold item, needing that ulti orb, needing that recipe. Is it worth the build up to that?
Dire's
Ulti
top
orb,
tower
It's some
is under
stats, but
attack.
if you look at their
Dire's
heroes,
structures are
they
fortified.
don't really do well
Radiant's bottom tower
against
is under
ancient
attack.
creeps. Like, you need breaking to try to hit it. It's just not gonna be enough. Like, you need to kill the heroes. This might be an interesting build.
Trying to take the tier 1 tower, Nature's Draft. You know, some creeps. They've also been sneaking from Sapphire, Refire Blast over on the base. Got the overgrowth with it. Viper strike going over on Lanham with the Mortimer's Kisses coming out. XSS is looking for a duel. They'll find it on the Jinx to get the winner. Winner chicken dinner. He's got himself 10 damage.
So is that what you ordered? You ordered some chicken? Seems like you're still hungry. You know, talk about the food. First dual damage, you know, something. When you see 0, when you don't see anything, and you're playing Legion Commander, you're like, guys, we have to do it.
Dream Coil turnaround. Pulse Nova is going to be enough. No, they've got the silence on him. Nothing to say now, needs to jaunt out of here. Dream Coil, I
Radiant
believe,
structures
is White
are
Album
fortified.
will also be healed up thanks to the level 3 in the living armor for
Radiant's
Trian.
top tower is under attack.
And the top tier ones drop it.
Lanham also very creative
Radiant's top
with
tower
his item
is
build,
fallen.
going for Holy Locket. That item is viable right now. It took us like 2 years for the item to be decent. Because you get the charges more often now.
Radiant's bottom
Heal
tower is
divide
under attack.
with the living armor,
Dire's middle
amplifying
tower
heal
is
works
under
really
attack.
good.
Middle tower
Fate Beyond,
has fallen.
he queued it up. He's going for that Helm of the Overlord.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see this Helm of the Overlord. Let's see how quickly he can get it. As he's been farming pretty well. He's 3rd on the net worth. 6K, keeping up with the Leshrac. He's got Monet. Farming inside the jungle. He went to the Midas, going Midas into the Radiance. Pretty standard build when you see that Midas. For the Elder Titan. Very soon for the Monkey King.
Ahmed just loves it.
Radiant
Battle Fury,
are
pretty
scanning.
much always the same thing.
Every hero.
It was in the previous patch. I did not see Ahmed play Monkey in this one. After Aghanim Scepter got nerfed, I want to see if he's still
Dire's
going to go
top tower
for
is under attack.
Aghanim Scepter's second item, or if he gets like status resistance.
Yeah, I feel like the Agnes is still okay, but is it worth the investment this early? Because you can always get it down the line.
Yeah, because the Scepter soldiers, they don't attack Roshan anymore, and when you die, they disappear. So you can't get a kill after.
We saw a bit of that before it got nerfed. Specifically, I think Ahmed fight up top.
You can say whatever you want. Like, it's not anyone's gonna go
Dire's
through the
bottom
all
tower
Ame
down
games
attack
when he was
scan.
playing a Monkey King and call you out like B-Cup is a liar. You know, he called this one wrong. They go for it.
I think he went for it every game he played Monkey King, so I think I'm safe in just saying that he did.
Yeah, I know.
But there was a fight in my head that I remembered. Anyway,
17 minutes, 37 seconds, right? Northwestern part of the map.
no, it was like
Radiant's
something
middle
that by
tower
the
is
top
under
tier 1,
attack.
in between the tier 1, tier 2. Husk jumped in and died to the... I feel like you would remember.
I remember. Yep. So Viper getting closer to that Helm of the Overlord, which you can take 2 ancient creeps, which is gonna be big.
XXS, by the way, We've seen this Legion before do this. It has that shard. Press the attack, and now the Static Storm is working. He's on the back lines. He's very tanky. Not coming in. And he's getting low. The right click from Fate Gun. They've got themselves the Wukong's command as well as the sweep out of 3 of these heroes. So Fate Gun's going to bring the damage as well as Ame. They've got the kill on the white out of him, and they'll finish off 4X. 2 heroes dead. Potentially looking for a 4th. Find him on the run. Why moving in? So is Ame. He's got the kinetic field to have the damage to get the kill. It goes over to Jinkyu.
They have so many things to keep him inside Wukong's command. Kinetic field, sleep, and then like the Wukongs will attack you. Dream coil. This combo is gonna be a huge problem. Right now, they need to go for a pick-off or wait until Raiden gets Radiance and then take a fight.
Viper picking up the recipe is now just 600 gold away from
let's go.
Getting the helm of the Overlord.
How are you gonna kill these things?
Which ancients do you take? Just
you take the golem.
Dragons?
You take the golem and dragon.
1 golem, 1 dragon.
You get extra 15% of HP from Granite Aura. And the dragon, I mean, you are the dragon. Viper is kind of a dragon, right?
Yeah,
maybe.
The dragon at home.
Yeah. So he takes the big brother that actually deals more damage than Viper right now.
Does the Joey Wheeler when he summons the Red Eyes Black Dragon.
I don't know that reference.
Yu-Gi-Oh reference?
No.
For you. Old school.
Old school?
Yeah.
Okay.
With that Brooklyn accent. Hey, Yugi! Give him the old Red Eyes Black Dragon! Go, soldier! Yeah, something like that. Wukong's using this replay. They got 4 kills as Platinum was last to die.
I love transition, like very smooth, you know, just stay away from it, pretend it didn't happen. So yeah, here we go. Helm of the Overlord, done. This dude has 2.3k HP,
Radiant's
100 damage.
Is under attack.
Everyone is super tanky.
That Granite Aura.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
15% bonus HP. That's a lot.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Like, how do you kill this guy? You need, he has 12 armor right now.
Punch
Like,
tier
Rating needs to hit him like 10 times plus.
And when you're focusing on that, it just, how do you focus on the rest of the fight?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, Mud Golems, they were a good team, but Granite Golems, like, this is tier 1 team.
Yeah.
Like, this is a team that wins DI.
That's a top 2 in the EU. Granite Golems. Get over bot. Glimpse back. He's not in the kinetic field, but they should be able to get the kill. Wheels up into the air. Ame looking to set up. He's also got Fate Beyond nearby, so they will get that kill.
It's all over, Leshrac.
Granite Golem just right-clicking Borax and pushing away both Borax and Lanham as Faith Beyond had TP'd bottom.
You can't deal that. That's what I said. Like, they can't deal with him. Like, what are you gonna do? You need to run away. It doesn't deal that much damage, but it's very annoying. It's kind of what's happening in the jungle. Let's see the second creep that he takes. The Granite Golem. Okay, he wants to kill it before. He wants a different one.
Watch his Granite Golem.
Infinite stacking, you know, he increases by 15%, then the other one increases the HP you have by 15, and the aura again increases. It's just infinite amount of HP if you have 2 of those. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Man, going all in on damage, getting Daedalus after finishing the Battle Fury.
So not the Ags,
not the Ags, not the SNY, just going on the damage. Just needs a bit more gold. He's picking it out. Like, Viper is, give me that dragon.
Stop hitting it on me, please. So now he's got the golem, he's got the dragon. So the extra 3 armor from the Dragonite armor.
Extra 15% HP. Not too bad. Splash attack. It's okay-ish, nothing too significant, but
use the fireball.
Fireball? Yeah, fireball is good. Why is it called fireball? Isn't Dragonite shard called fireball?
Yeah, well, the Black Dragon had it first. Black Dragon ready to.
Yeah, but maybe it needs a different name. You know, back in Dota 1 days, we had the Impale, the Lion, Sand King, and the Nyx Assassin. Like Raid King and then have the same stun.
Well, actually, what you don't know is in Season 2 anime,
yeah, he actually
Davion's gonna learn Fireball from the Ancient Black Dragon. Spoilers. That's why it's still called Fireball.
Makes sense. Yeah. Where did you download it?
I'm writing it. I'm not downloading it. No,
okay. But can I download it somewhere? Or?
No,
it's still not.
It's not.
Okay, it's not released yet. It's just a story.
It'll come out.
2K gold lead for PSG.LGD. Not too much fights happening. Aster, as I said, like they're off to a slow start. Their lineup not really good at fighting early on, so they're just chilling at the moment. Legion Commander has a Blink Dagger, has that shard, so you can break the coil. Nothing to say, understands that. Like if they break a coil, there's gonna be press the attack to get out of it. So I'm just gonna get Aghanim Scepter. Like you catch 2 heroes inside the coil plus Wukong's command. There is no counterplay. Like possibly an overgrowth, but I don't think it's gonna save you while you're sitting inside the Wukongs.
And this Legion has the shard. We've seen how strong the shard can be. It really seems almost better than a BKB at times. Just considering the cooldown. 11 seconds. Having 2 seconds of spell immunity, basically. Kinetic field to look over at Lanham.
There's the BKB.
They've got the Boundless Strike as well as the Glimpse, the Fire Snap Cookie. Now the landing sweep, but they've got the Murderous Kisses coming into the Overgrowth before the dying. Looking at doing a base beyond, getting low those as Viper Strike. He's dead to start. And with the BKB in the Wukong circle, Aster will retreat, and that's not really the best Wukong.
It took them a lot of time to kill this Treant Protector. He uses the heal, the armor on himself. Still 20 Holy Locket charges. Didn't even want to pop it. A nice cookie, like during the glimpse, and then immediately, like when he lands, gets out, forces them to use the coil on him. But nothing to say after off to a bad start. You know, just has a pretty good game. And 700 gold away from that Aghanim Scepter. It's going to be so much easier to keep them in place. Raid King BKB done. Going into Blink Dagger. No Sanj this time. Like usually we see on a Raid King just a casual Sanj to be able to have a bit more damage, more tanky, amplifying the stuff on him, and status resistance, of course. Like these new items just give so much. Like, well, you want some status resistance? Here you go. Best I can do is, you know, 20%. All right, I'll take it. There's just so many things: amplifying healing, regeneration, lifesteal, reducing cooldowns.
Well, at what point would be too little status resistance? Excellent. Like you wouldn't pick up something that gives you 25, or like is 10% too low if you had to build like Sanj and Yasha to get you that?
Yeah, 10% is not really a thing.
It's not enough.
Yeah. The stun that lasts for 2 seconds would last 1.8. It's really not that big. But 25 is a good number. Easy to do the math with as well.
Ags picked up for Puck, so they've got that Dream Coil upgrade. Definitely come in handy with Wukong's next fight. BKB, you know, he still needs 1,450 gold on Ame. But he's got that data.
He hurts.
Outputting
like
a
one
good amount of
Boundless
damage.
Strike could take out the support pretty much if he has the Jingu.
Roll out onto EQ. They catch this Disruptor. And White Album, BKB, Wukong's committed. Splitter in a decent spot. White Album, he gets hit, but still is that BKB to look over at Ame, and he just TPs out.
2 Wukongs in a row don't hit anything. The survivability of this lineup is really good. You have Press the Attack, Living Armor, which is amplified by Holy Locket. Even using, like, you can see Lanham. He's just keeping those 20 Holy Locket charges in case he needs to pop in on someone. There's also mech on a Snapfire. Once Snapfire gets level 15, Snapfire Cookie, Fire Snap Cookie restores 200 HP. That's the talent you go for. Has a shard as well. I love this. Snapfire with the Blink Dagger and the shard. You can just potentially bounce people out of the Wukong's command. And the stun, like it's a long duration stun, 2 second stun. Meanwhile, Monkey King is doing the Roshan while Legion Commander, getting some pickoffs on the sidelines.
What he's saying. He goes down, they do pick up the Aegis.
Is it worth it for LGD? Ame can play a bit more aggressively. He's still gonna go for a BKB on Monkey even after picking up that Aegis. Ame is a very stubborn carry. I've seen games where he built in the last patch. It was a 6th item 2 times in a row. BKB last item. And is that a full BKB? It can't be. It is. Okay, so she's super farm. Now going into Scotty, he was just refusing to buy BKB in 2 of the games. Like, I can win this game, you know, sometimes carries are like that. I don't need it. Most of the time, you're gonna need it, but whatever.
So now he's on it. We'll see if that helps him out. Wondering what Viper's gonna build next. 2,000 gold saved up. Faithion.
Helm of the Underlord. That's the tier 3 item. Like, upgradable.
You grab yourself
Ancient gold, like, yeah. Those creeps become immune.
Oh, look at this. Skeletons against the Ancients. Ancients win.
Dire's top
Not
tower
surprised.
is under attack.
Oh, they're just beating them down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Like, I know I joked about it before, but Faithion literally is Joe Wheeler. Not only does he have Red Eyes Black Dragon, but he has the Giant Soldier of Stone. So he'll take out the moon next.
Yeah, back to the bottom lane, Legion Commander, getting very close to his BKB. It's gonna be much easier for him to get a jump.
Double tap.
What is Puck building? Lincoln Sphere, I like that. Against the duel, against the stun coming out from the Wraith King, possible setup from the Yules. It's gonna be very hard to catch.
Nothing queued up for Faithion, and all now 2,400 gold. Very curious to see what he goes.
He's thinking. Where do I need more damage? Has a Dragon Lance on top of it. Like, do I need to scale? Maybe get a bit of a farming item. But the BKB is never a bad option. You know, having that BKB, you have a way of dispelling the overgrowth. You don't care too much about Lash.
Is it worth getting the shard, you think?
It's good for sieging. You know, when you don't have a hero that can siege, helps a lot, but it also lowers the armor per stack, which is not bad. It's a decent shard. I rated 7.2 out of 10.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Appreciate the Lon 7.2 rating. You didn't use any round numbers or bail out on that?
No, I was like 7.5 is a bit too much, so I have to lower it.
Also thinking about whether or not he wants to go Ags, because we've seen that a couple times on these Vipers.
Radiant's
that
bottom
ulti
tower is under attack.
cooldown.
Are scanning.
Increasing that cast range. That could definitely be in the cards here for Faithion.
Potentially. Use one on Legion Commander, use one on Wraith King while they're in Wukong's command, undispellable. They need this AC on Wraith King. Aura on ET, level 3, so it's not 100% once he's next to heroes, and there's also minus armor coming out from the Soul
They're gonna go here onto Ame. Look at the damage. The Border of his kisses, and he just kind of allows himself to die.
They're fine with that. Still, you know, 1 minute left on Aegis, so Aster is pretty okay with it.
So Fire Blast. Go to Ame. I can survive this. Wukong. Can he get anything off? No, he can't. Ame. Even with them in the Static Storm of the Dream Coil, they end up losing this Monkey King. They've got the duel out onto Faithion.
No damage, but it's gonna be a kill.
Double kill.
You thought about, you know, remembering Ahmed's itemization? What happens? What about stuff like this? Do you remember Ahmed doing anything like this before?
Yes.
Radiant structures are fortified.
How many times?
There were a few.
A few? Okay. Yeah, because I remember, like, this is what Ahmed is known for. Like, steps out of the position. There is no save. Like, the only save they can have is pretty much using the Earth Splitter to try to zone them out, or so Smoke feels super strong. Has that Elven Tunic, form, attack speed, a bit of movement speed, and evasion against the Monkey King, which is going to be great. Ahmed does not even have a buyback. He bought the Ultimate Orb out in 20 seconds. Ton of damage coming up from Last Strike Seeding.
Yeah, that's true for Scott.
Plus AC, a lot of synergy. Like, they're going to lose this Barracks. Minus armor from
as well as the silence. Do they have anything to follow this up? That's the moment down the Monkey King. It's going to keep them quick for a second.
They need to get more out of this.
Oh, sweet. All right, it lands. They've got the Monkey King back. Now the Static Storm. They've got the Super BKB pop to go to the TP.
BKB
They have
TP out.
nothing to stop those TPs.
They already used the glyph, so they get nothing. Man, what a play from Aster. They go in. They should have lost the hero there, like, definitely.
Yeah.
At least one.
They didn't lose any. So, Psychic Headband, that's a big pickup for LGD, in my opinion. Because you throw that on Nothing to Say, and it can certainly, with the Axe too, set up for Dream Coil, Psychic Headband, Snap.
Yeah, they have the headband, of course. Is always a thing when Park is in the game. He has 100% drop rate.
Faith Beyond, I believe, thought about going to the Lincolns for a second, ends up picking up the Hurricane Pike, and now going into a Daedalus.
Daedalus, okay.
Interesting.
It's not like he doesn't even have that much attack speed anyway. He has brown boots. Not sure if that's the play. We'll have to see. Yeah, look at his attack speed. It's pretty low.
Excellent.
Because he had 70 damage, 20.
Bounty.
While being level 16, okay. Gonna take a while.
It'll be some time.
Roche may
sure.
respawn in 50. Scouting things out with the Ancient Granite Golem. Where's the dragon at?
Might have died. So,
Oh, is that it?
ooh, Axe for the Disruptor next, but that's going to be some
Dire
gold.
are scanning.
Has Felly Stone and Aetherlance, a lot of cast range, Static Storm duration. This is one of the best talents combined with the Aghanim Scepter, 2-second Static Storm. And when I said wow, I was wondering what's going on. Monet, he's not getting Swift Blink on Raid King, instead he's getting the Overwhelming Blink, which seems to be the underwhelming Blink out of the three, I would say.
You think it's the least overwhelming?
Arcane Blink is really good on certain heroes, but Swift Blink feels like the best one for sure.
They break the smoke. They have the vision of XSS as well as Monet. Faith Beyond. Throwing some shots over on Alanum. Roche up in 19 seconds. This is going to be Aegis Cheese as well as the Axe Shard. Glimpse, Kinetic Field. And there's the Pressy attack. So he's got
Budget plus a cookie to get him out of the trouble.
Yep.
Alanum also has a Blink Dagger, so it's going to be much easier for him to just jump in and keep people in the place. He's also going for Overwhelming Blink. Maybe I'm missing something.
got the Overwhelming Blink now and going Shard.
It's damage, you know, damage combined with the Radiance if you manage to blink in. Okay.
They're going to smoke.
Also, he bought a Shard on Raid King. They have no mana burn whatsoever. They don't have a single hero that can burn.
Overgrowth, Balance Strike. Got the Kinetic Field, and now the Dream Coil comes out on it too. Where this kisses from the side as well as build the Rubicon because they're already out of it. The Static Storm will get the kill on the lineup. They'll pop the Lincolns and they'll look over. Ame, he's not dealing with a lot of help, but Faithion's going to hit over on the board. They've got the Fire Snap cookie coming around the side. They've got the overwhelming blink on nothing to say. And two-ship kinetic field keeping them away through the moment, and they've got the sweep out onto Monet. He still has that BKB to work with. Now the duel comes through.
Let's see the crit.
Wait, they have the damage. Great fire blast, Monet. Oh, he gets caught. So is that success? Why is Dan Monet now without his second life? He pops the BKB and he starts to run at this LGD side. Right click's coming in as well as the overwhelming blink. They've got the kill on the face beyond. The Benefit comes over with the bleeding grip. The silence is there. Phase shift coming in pretty deep. This is the balance strike. He's going to continue to proc it all. Little shredder on him. Now White Album, he pops his BKB. Nothing to say though, goes into the Borax. They swept up both Monet as well as Borax, but don't get killed just yet.
Greaves in a
Into the
sec.
tree. Primal Spring. Guardian Greaves gets popped.
Seconds of the reincarnation.
And Ame survived. He's been stunned. He's so okay. Got the balance strike out. Nothing to say. He'll follow suit and down goes wide. 4 heroes dead on LGD.
Oh, what a play. Like, they get the Guardian Greaves off the extra regeneration, keeping them alive there. There's also regeneration rune on the bottom. I guess White Album will pick that one up. Get some mana. This Shiva's Guard aura also not allowing Monkey King to lifesteal as much as he would love to. But that was close. Like, if he gets a kill there, maybe if he gets a Boundless Strike. Now, Aster, they will go for the finish. Let me just check the buybacks. No buyback on Ame. He needs 1,000 gold. No buyback on Puck. He needs 100. And there is still a bounty rune on the top lane if someone wants to TP there and pick it up, but he has a buyback. Then they're going to finish the game, but they don't have the buyback on Puck.
Static Storm doesn't matter. Press the attack is on the Wraith King. They'll take the first bite out of the hands of Monet, but right clicks are in. They have nothing to stop this, and they'll call GG. Aster bring it back again, and LGD will fall 2-0 to Aster.
PSG.LGD, they had Roshan, they had the Aegis, decided to kind of throw the game there, you know, sieging the high ground, sieging the tier 2 tower. Ahmed dies once, dies second time after he
Regeneration.